What's up, YouTube? What's going on? It's your man Seamus248, and welcome to the second installment of the 248 podcast. And this time, I am joined by my good buddy MattBalloon1115. Go subscribe to his channel. And Matt, you want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? It is MattBalloon1115, as Seamus just has described me. What's up? Just hanging out, doing a podcast for the first time, and see how it goes. And we'll just jump right into it, I guess. And tell them how you came up with the idea of a podcast, Seamus. I hate to put you on the spot, but that's what I want to give the audience a little backstory.
I'm honestly kind of glad you asked, because I've been watching a lot of podcasts on YouTube.
Well, you can't watch podcasts. You can hear them.
Well, you can watch them. There's people that appear on camera. So I've been watching, listening, whatever you want to call it, and it inspired me to do one of my own. So currently 7:13 p.m. on the East Coast. Just before we came on air here, Matt came upstairs and he was a little out of breath. So I told him, "You want to catch your breath before we came on air?" And he started clutching the air, trying to catch his breath. He's funny like that. So yeah, before I came over here to Matt's house to do the podcast, I was munching on some Teddy Grahams, and it got me thinking.
First of all, the freaking Teddy Grahams are amazing. Shout out to them for
Teddy Grahams,
making the most amazing snack ever. You got the chocolate chip kind, looks like.
Yep.
There's a couple different kinds. There's peanut butter. There's
peanut butter.
All chocolate.
Peanut butter Teddy Grahams.
There is.
Okay, this is how unprofessional we are. We literally paused the podcast to do a fact check on this.
It's too close. The microphone's too close to your mouth.
Shut the fuck up.
You're good. No,
I don't care. We literally did.
Look at us amateurs, not figuring out how to use a microphone.
Well, it takes a lot of effort to get 190 subscribers on a YouTube channel. So, all right, we did a fact check on that too. I have 192 subscribers. Matt has 159. It takes a lot of time, equipment, and money,
effort,
just to be amateur YouTubers like us.
Basically, don't be lazy like I am, because I have not posted a video in so long, and I don't know. It's either work or just being with Amanda, hanging out with her, or just friends, getting distracted. No, I blame my ADHD mostly for that. It gets pretty out of control, and I'm sure Seamus is one to tell me that for sure.
Oh no,
he experiences it firsthand. I'm always talking about random things here and there, saying stupid stuff that makes no sense to anybody. But
I'm talking about random shit too, dude.
I talk about it all the time. Alright, so yeah, anyway, our first topic of the day is going to be about Halloween and our childhood. So, first of all, a little backstory between me and Seamus is that we used to actually live near each other.
That's
growing up in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a different elementary school than I did.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived on separate streets from each other. So, if I was on a street, one street, he was a block away on another street.
Basically, it's like I'm on one street, then you
if you see my backyard,
on the other side of the street.
His backyard.
His backyard is basically behind my backyard, only a few doors up a hill.
But we didn't know each other until after I graduated high school, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really crazy because let's see, did you go to Willard?
Yeah. I went to Francis Willard.
Yep, I don't mind name dropping them either, because fuck that school. That's where my sister went to school. So yeah, he went to school there, and my dad used to pick me up from school every day. So we probably crossed each other's paths at like you were walking home from school, and I was probably on my front porch or something, or we probably walked by each other in the supermarket or something. We've been we were physically close to each other for years and years and years, and we didn't meet each other till after we graduated high school.
Yep.
It's just the shit blows my fucking mind. So yeah. Like I was mentioning earlier, I bought some Teddy Grahams for me and Matt to snack on to do the podcast, and I was thinking that was my shit as a kid. It was some of my favorite, one of my foremost snack choices, and Halloween is right around the corner, and it always got me thinking about candy.
Can I just say I like Rice Krispie treats? That's my favorite.
That's my man. I love Rice Krispie treats. We just fist bump. You can't see it, but you probably heard it. Rice Krispies are my shit.
I like the M&M kind though.
Me too.
That's good, and then also the chocolate drizzled one.
Oh, I just downed
those
the
are
whole bag of M&Ms.
I mean, I could scarf those down my throat all day. It's freaking amazing. I don't even know.
I just
if there was a billion stars in the sky, I don't even know where I was going with that one, so let's just keep
Got a
going.
moon and a billion stars. Any Jason Aldean fans out there? No, okay. And Matt just got a notification from ESPN.
Yep, the Golden Knights are beating the Penguins right now.
Oh boy.
1-0. It's early. It's okay. We're gonna talk about sports later on in this podcast.
We are going to talk a little about sports later. But first Halloween. So now this is where I want you guys to sound off in the comment section down below. What did you go as on Halloween night?
This is question of the day.
Question of the day.
Or question of the podcast. What do you want to call it?
Question of the day. That works.
Yes.
So yeah, what kind of costume did you guys have as kids? I know for me, some of my favorites were I was Winnie the Pooh when I was 3. I was Tigger when I was 4.
Okay.
Not your cat Tigger.
I don't remember that, but okay.
What? I was Scooby Doo when I was 5.
You hear that, Tigger? No. Wait. You were Scooby Doo?
Yeah, I was.
Shut up, dude. No way. I was freaking Scooby Doo.
Damn.
That was awesome. I can't remember what age it was or how long ago it was.
I was definitely 5 when I was Scooby Doo.
I know for a fact I had a Scooby Doo costume. I loved it. I wore it once because nobody ever wants to wear the same costume twice. Even though I did that once and I felt like a loser, but
me too.
That was back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Because I was just too lazy to buy another costume, That's pretty much how it goes anymore.
Yeah, I was a cowboy once. I forget what year. I was a pirate when I was like 1 year old.
I think I was a ninja once.
You were a ninja?
Yeah.
Ninja.
And now the funny part is I own like some actual authentic ninja stars. Yeah. So like if you throw them in the ground, I actually have a YouTube video.
Is that the shuriken?
Yeah, the shuriken. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
That's the Japanese term for it. I made a YouTube video about that. Throwing one at my iPhone. So if you ever want to check a video out like that, something stupid, like that's the kind of videos I do. I do some random vlogs here and there, and I also have my Uber karaoke that we'll get into that later on. But
be sure to check out this man's videos.
The shuriken, that's a freaking awesome thing to have. I got that at like a yard sale or something like that 1 year ago when I was out camping with Amanda and her family. So that was pretty cool. I have that, and I just ironically was a ninja when I was a kid, so I just wanted to throw that in there. And of course, I think I was a Power Ranger. I can't remember. I can't remember what color or if it was or not, but
we just got Power Rangers toys at work.
I'm sure I was a Power Ranger at one point in my life, and that felt really cool. It was like that was a cool thing to be at when you were in school. It was either a Power Ranger or a ninja or what is it? The Scream.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I was Scream
the
twice.
The bloody mask and everything, and you pump the blood and it goes down your face.
I was Scream twice, and then I was the Scream with where you pump the blood into your mask. I was that once.
Yeah, I was never that, but I was jealous of those people that had it. But then again, I wasn't because I was like, well, you're probably sweating your balls off, and I'm over here just chilling with my Power Rangers uniform on.
Before we hop back on topic real quick, I just want to point out, I hope someone out there listening to this is thinking, oh, these really intelligent-sounding young men, they sound like really nice dudes, and here this man's throwing a razor-sharp star at his iPhone.
Yeah, I'm not the smartest redneck,
Not the smartest redneck.
Throwing it out there. Yeah, as we were saying,
I was a cowboy once. I forget what year. I was Batman when I was 6.
Should have been a cowboy. I should have been a cowboy.
Me too. I should have been a cowboy more than once. And then my favorite year of Halloween, I think it was 3rd or 4th grade, I was Yu-Gi-Oh! The character Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! The main character. And what I liked about that was I threw in my deck of cards that I had because I was really into the trading card game when I was a kid. I had my dual disc, which is like a toy you bought at Toys R Us. And I threw that onto my costume. And
you don't have to talk so fast.
I talk...
I mean, I know it's your natural thing to talk fast.
I'm about to go supersonic speed like Eminem, bro.
Yeah, I know. You sound like you're rapping as you're talking. It's kind of interesting to see that
I'm taking that as a compliment.
I mean, I'm pretty fast when I talk sometimes because of my ADHD, but when I'm calm and just chilling, hanging out, having a good time, I try to keep it, low-key, speed-wise. And
just hang with me and
here we go with we're going to get off topic a lot with songs, so we just start blurting out of nowhere because we said something.
You guys can't hear it, but I was singing Paramore to myself.
Should have been a cowboy, and I said, oh yeah, well that's a Toby Keith song, let's go sing that now.
A couple more rednecks here. I do apologize if I talk too loud or too fast. It's just how I talk.
Or too much. No, I'm only kidding. I love you, brother, you're cool.
Thanks, buddy. Um, yeah, it's just that's what I want to do with my life. It's like I want to grow up and have a career as a member of the media, whether it's writing, speaking, doing whatever the fuck. So this is a good way of me getting my sea legs under me. So, what were some other costumes you went as Halloween?
Oh God. What were they? Well, all right. So I know I got the Scooby Doo. I got the Ninja. God, I can't. I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
Do you remember the last time you went trick or
Power
treating?
Ranger. I mean, I guess like, I mean, I don't know if this counts as a costume, but when I was a kid, obviously I grew up playing baseball, so I went trick or treating in my baseball uniform. And a lot of the people were really stingy because, they're thinking, oh wait, this guy's not really a costume. He's more of just a baseball player dressed up just to get free candy. So I'm over here, having to like sing the alphabet. No, I have to. No. Well, I mean, sing the alphabet. That was one of the things I always did, but when I was a kid, because that's like the cute thing you do nowadays.
That was the cute thing to do back then.
Yeah, but then
I
I sang.
jokes.
Then I sang all the states in alphabetical order, like that one song, 50 Nifty. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one or not, but yeah, it starts with Alabama and ends with the Wyoming. But I used to sing that to impress them to give me more candy because they were always like, "Well, if you do a trick or you have like a hidden talent or something," I'd be like, "Can I just fart or burp?" That would work, right? No. All right, so yeah, I had to sing some songs and
Do you remember the last time you went
I
trick or
feel
treating?
like I was desperate to get candy back then. I don't know why because
I was desperate.
I mean, I'm still a candy lover. I don't eat it as much as I used to when I was a kid, and Snickers doesn't taste the same as it was back when I was a kid. So I'm not a huge fan of Snickers. I'll still eat it, but that's not really my favorite candy anymore. Three Musketeers used to be my favorite candy, but I would say Take Five is really good.
My favorite has to be Reese's Cups. Say that again? Reese's Cups has to be my favorite.
Okay, so Take Five has to be one of my top, and then also Payday. Payday's amazing. Like whoever invented that
Payday is amazing.
needs to get like the Golden Globe of awards, whatever that is, of candy bars. Like
It's the Michael Jordan of Halloween candies.
It's the Jesus of Michael Jackson. I don't
the
even
Jesus
know
of
what
Michael.
that doesn't even make sense. But I just said that because it's that good. Like two amazing people in this world or universe or whatever this is.
This man just made a new
I
term.
swear I'm not drunk. I'm drinking iced tea. All right, so here's what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking an Arizona kiwi strawberry iced tea that my buddy Seamus248 over here bought for me the other day. And what are you drinking, Seamus?
Arizona half and half iced tea lemonade.
Right.
It's got Arnold Palmer on it.
That was before you were drinking the other drink.
Oh, I do have a bottle of Smirnoff Ice on me.
Yeah, that's the manly stuff right there.
Yeah,
you got to get yourself some good stuff. Anyway,
do you remember the last time you went trick or treating?
Okay, so the last time I went trick or treating, it was 19. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
That would have been so funny if I said like 1999,
Yeah,
and I was like
1 year old.
4.
Damn, you're 4.
I was 4, dude. I was born in '96.
96, 99. That's 3.
Well, whatever. I'm terrible at math or thinking on the spot. So, anyway, I'm pretty sure I did trick or treating in high school. It wasn't the coolest thing to do. I know I was pretty much a loser back in high school. I don't even want to think about those kind of days anymore. I was
Oh, don't feel bad, dude.
I was never into high school, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get through it as fast as I can without anybody, any problems that I had.
My last time trick or treating was 8th grade.
I tried making friends with my enemies. That's how desperate I was to just fit in, because I was just so bored of high school. But yeah, I trick or treat. Well, I might have trick or treated. Can't remember if I did that or I just went to a party or something like that, like a local block party down at the church or something like that, and where they had juice and cookies, and it wasn't really candy. It was more of like a get together with family and friends that you would usually throw for 2-year-olds that don't know how to trick or treat or something like that. So that's what I did. And I think I went in my pajamas because that's what I was. And I literally said I'm a what was it, like a pajama monster or something?
Pajama monster.
just to say I had a label on a costume because I was so lazy I didn't even have one. And I think now I remember. I was a vampire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had because like I have natural vampire teeth. Anybody who knows me might see that. I have like fangs, are actually sharp. If you ask, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Ask Amanda. I was gonna say ask Amanda, but you don't want to ask her. That would be awkward. But yeah, I have like natural fangs that work really well with a vampire costume. So that's what I was for 2 years. I know I was that lazy boy who didn't buy another costume for 2 years in a row, but it is what it is. And I think I still have that costume, but now I have. Oh, and last year I went to a Halloween party for the first time, like at a college, and we got. Well, I didn't get drunk, but Amanda did. Amanda got hammered.
Amanda got absolutely plastered.
But I was a minion. I had a minion onesie. I was sweating my balls off in that thing, but oh my god, it was so much fun.
We went skating with you wearing
Yeah, Seamus 248. I'm sorry, not Seamus 248.
Well, the guy that
The
runs the channel.
570 skate team. Check that channel out if you want to. Very interesting. Me and the Seamus 248 here. We threw that channel together and
Mostly just Matt
some random skateboarding clips of me in my minion costume. So if you want to have a good laugh with your friends, go check that out as well. We can link that in the description for sure. And take it away, Seamus.
Yeah,
Talk about your last encounter of trick-or-treating, sir.
So the last time I went trick-or-treating was 8th grade. One thing I forgot to bring up when I was 11 years old, I hope you and everyone else listening to this is sitting down if you know me. When I was 11, I was the Burger King mascot.
Oh boy.
The Burger King king with like the crown, the robe, and all that shit.
Yeah, they just call him the king though, didn't they?
Yeah, but some people just call him the mascot. Excuse me. So I went as that when I was 11. I got tons of candy, and then I went to this one house to do trick-or-treating, and they were on their porch eating McDonald's. And I was like, do you still give candy to the competition? And they're like, yeah, they gave.
Didn't McDonald's used to give out candy though on Halloween, like to trick or treaters?
I don't remember that. If they did, I would have been there.
I could have sworn they did because like when I worked at McDonald's for 3 years, shout out to McDonald's for giving me that job. Actually, I should say shout out to my mom for telling me about that job, and then McDonald's for hiring me. But yeah, I worked there for 3 years. I'm pretty sure I gave out candy to little kids when that was Halloween, but I can't remember.
Really? That was a thing. If it was,
I'm pretty sure it was.
I would have camped out there like it's some Black Friday type shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, the last time I went was 8th grade. And Matt is on Snapchat, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just. I didn't mean to make that sound.
He's Snapchatting the podcast.
I Snapchatted it so I could show my friends that I'm doing a podcast, but you know,
yeah, pretty cool.
It is what it is.
So yeah,
continue.
Last time I went was 8th grade. I forgot what I was exactly. I was like some scream monster, vampire hybrid shit. And then when I got to high school, my freshman year, Halloween day came around, and all my classmates were like, "Oh, we're going trick or treating," and I was like, "You guys are really going trick or treating?" And they're like, "Yeah, there's people in their 30s that trick or treat," and I guess there are, but when I was a freshman in high school, I was just at a time in my life where it was like, okay, it's new school, it's new time in my life, time to grow up a little bit. And
shit, you remember freshman year?
Vividly, freshman year vividly. The number one song on the radio was "Someone Like You" by Adele. And in my art class when we were freshmen,
I don't remember that.
The teacher let us put on the radio and listen to like pop radio while we were doing our projects, and that song came on every day. That song in fucking Stereo Hearts by the dude from Maroon 5, Adam, I think his name
Levine.
is. Yep. And just
the only thing I remember in freshman year was doing cello for my strings class that I had. I used to play the cello, which was cool.
Really?
Like, yeah,
I didn't know that.
I used to know how to play the cello. I don't even think I know how to play anything anymore. Like maybe hot cross buns or something like that. But yeah, that was fun. I had an actual strings concert the one time.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't think I have any footage of it because that all got erased after my phone got stolen.
Oh shit.
That's another story we could tell.
That is another story.
It is what it is. And so yeah, that was the only thing I really remember from my freshman year.
I remember a lot from freshman year. I remember when I was a freshman, like that was like some of the best time for video games. The main shit that was going on was Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3.
Don't even talk about video games right now. Like,
we'll
talk about it later, but like.
Yeah, we'll talk about video games later. But that's one thing I wanted to bring up because Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3, that was like.
Halo Reach is my shit.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was like some David and Goliath type shit.
Oh yeah, that's how I started my YouTube channel. Was Halo Reach.
Yeah, and he has Trials and he has Black Ops 2.
Gaming.
We'll talk about games later.
But so yeah, that's Halloween, man. That's some fun stuff. All right, on to the next topic since we just spent
Um,
20 minutes on I don't even know, God knows what.
well, it started off as Halloween, and it's mostly stayed on Halloween, but it also ventured off into some other
Yeah,
side topics.
yeah.
What do you want to talk about next?
Um, what did you have as the other
Baseball and football,
topic? All right,
just
well,
like a general thing.
you know what? The Steelers, man. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I'm a Steelers fan. Yes, they're not doing that great this year. Obviously, we don't have Bell, but I don't think we need him right now. You know, like we got Antonio Brown and Ben, and that's all we need. You know, two Bs. We don't need the other third one because Cardi B is the only other one that we have there. No, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
Maybe
so
she could start doing the anthem for them,
and
and
then the
all the
Red
players kneel for the
Sox.
anthem.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's the third B right there, BBB. And then we'll call it BB Rexa too.
Oh, I
And
can't stand her.
throw in the Florida Georgia line, and we'll mix it all
Gee,
up and call it the
did y'all know?
country cowboy looking
Did y'all
finger
know?
looking good chicken.
My God in heaven, dude.
I swear I'm not drunk. I'm just
Did y'all
drinking
know
tea.
BB Rexa was on Warped Tour in 2015? I got to see her play. Absolutely atrocious.
But yeah, the Red Sox are doing amazing. They just kicked the Yankees' asses yesterday.
Oh,
I'm sorry, not yesterday, the other day. They eliminated the hell out of them. It wasn't a clean sweep, but it is what it is.
Gentleman sweep.
We'll take it for what it is, and move on to Houston, which that'll be this Saturday, the first game. I'm excited to see how that works out.
I'm a Yankees fan, so I won't be watching.
Yeah, poor guy. Sad loss for you, man.
We're World
But,
Series contenders going forward. We got a nice young team. I don't care. We good.
Yeah, you know what? Your team is okay, but you have a few good players, and it doesn't take
Aaron
good
Judge,
players. Listen.
best
It
player in
doesn't
the
take
game.
a few good players to win a championship. It takes a whole team and a good coach to win a championship.
But we have a whole good team worth of players. Your team was just better this year.
Yeah, no, this year. Well, I could agree with that, but I think our team played well as a group effort instead of just maybe Aaron Judge hitting a home run.
Well, you have to
every
remember
game,
most of my
or,
star guys were in and out of the lineup with injuries.
you know, I don't even know the lineup for the Yankees, but I'm just
Judge, Stanton, Sanchez, Jacoby.
Stan, that's the other one. He's like, you know,
Is Gary Sanchez a Yankee?
he's a big name, but you know what? All he is money. He's a money maker, selling shirts, selling merch.
So were all the other dudes that were on the Yankees back in the day.
No, absolutely.
Do y'all
Yankee
remember?
Organization is just a whole sellout. Is what it is.
Oh, you did not just say that. Do
I
y'all
did.
remember the fucking stacked team we had back in like 2006? We had Jeter, we had A-Rod, Posada, fucking Gary Sheffield, Jason Giambi. We had fucking Randy Johnson, the big unit. We had Mariano Rivera, best closer to ever play the game. But yeah, he's a Red Sox fan, so I'm not going to clash with my best friend about baseball. But I wanted to bring up, he brought up Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers. And all I could picture in my mind was Stephen A. Smith from ESPN First Take telling Le'Veon Bell to stay off the damn weed. And I don't really follow football. I grew up a Cowboys fan, so.
Yeah.
I
don't follow football that much either. But
I like the Falcons.
I root on my teams, man. That's all I do. That's all I need to do. I mean, you watch the game, you get excited for a first down and a second down and third, and then fourth down, not so much. But then you just
I watched the
do it
last
all over
Super
again
Bowl.
the next play.
I watched the last Super Bowl with my sister. She never gave a fuck about football in her life, but
Super Bowl's pretty fun to watch. I mean,
it is.
You could watch that without knowing a lick of anything in football and just still have a good time with your friends.
It's the only football game I watch all year.
I mean, I'm sure alcohol will be involved somewhere along the lines with that, but you know, it's a fun thing to watch. You got the commercials, you got the excitement of people.
At the halftime show.
The halftime show, that'll be great this year. What do we got?
They need to get Panic at the Disco to do halftime show. That would be fun to watch.
Who do we have this year? I can't remember.
I have no fucking clue. It was Justin Timberlake last year.
No. There was somebody. They were already talking about it. Hold on. Let me look this up. We're going to do a live look up here.
Fact check on the podcast.
Talk amongst yourself, Seamus, for a minute.
Talk amongst myself. Well, that could go so many different ways.
Just talk. Something. Say something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just go off topic. Talk about the fan in our room. The fan.
Well, to the fan that's over there, that's not blowing in the air, I just want you to know, I'm a fan of you.
I'm a fan of you.
Any Granger Smith fans out there? Yee.
Yeah,
Who
Tell
makes
'em.
titty grams? Who invented peanut
So
butter?
I look up Google, and the first word I type is who, and all these fun, questions come up
Suggestions.
as who is America? That's one of the questions.
Who is America?
Who was at Billy Graham's funeral?
Who is Ashley Graham's husband? Who is Teddy Roosevelt? Who was doing the eulogy for Aretha Franklin?
Is it 2019?
Yep.
Yeah, it should be the 2019. So it's gonna be
Maroon 5.
Yes, that's what I thought it was.
That's-
And then it's probably gonna be Cardi B too.
That's not a bad choice.
They have a song together, Cardi B and Maroon 5.
Yeah.
So that'll be
I
interesting.
want to bring something up to y'all. Maroon 5 says that they're gonna bring back the instruments on every record, and they never do. They never do. So I used to listen to them a lot when I was a kid.
I think they were better back then. I'm
Way
not
better.
a big fan of their.
I have their first 3 albums.
I'm not too big of a fan of their new music, but then again, I'm not a big fan of new music in general because every time I listen to the radio, it's always the same damn songs getting crammed down your throat because of radio stations. They just love to play and play and play, and then eventually they become number one, and then they don't play them ever again. That's
like
pretty
those
much how the
songs become
music
so
business
dated.
works.
You know
It's
how old a
ridiculous.
song is when you see it on a Now compilation?
Like the song with Florida Georgia Line and BB Rexa, "Meant to Be."
That song is still number 1 on
They
country radio.
puked that out way too many times.
I'm sick of hearing that song.
Radio, and it's not just the radio that played that though. It was like restaurants and hotels and airports. You name it, and it is everywhere on the radio. It was just. I mean, I'm not hating on the song. It's a good song. It's just way overplayed, and I'm sick of it already.
I'm not
There's
hating.
a couple of songs on the radio I'm sick of already. They just started playing them like a month ago, but we'll not talk about that. Came out. Oh shit! Fucking asshole.
This man just dropped a napalm on all you fucking white girls.
Yeah. But
that's why we don't listen to the radio.
Don't listen to the radio. That was a great song. Anybody remember that, Granger Smith?
Oh, they don't remember it because it never got.
Never
saw the light of day.
Well,
Granger Smith fans out there will know who it is. Will know what song it is.
Yeah. So, all right. So, if you guys haven't already noticed, I'm a huge country music fan.
Yes, he is.
I like Granger Smith. He is my favorite. I've met him maybe 12 times, maybe more. I can't even remember it now.
To the point where he recognizes Matt on the street when they were in fucking Nashville.
Oh yeah, that was a great story. I could tell that for another time. But
yeah, we'll do another podcast.
I seen him in concert about 9 or 10 times. I want to say.
I've seen him 4 times.
And he's just an amazing guy. Incredible artist. There's nothing I can't even say enough about him that's gonna do any justice. You just have to go see him in concert. Maybe follow him on Facebook, follow him on Instagram, follow him on Twitter.
Especially follow him on Twitter because he will like your tweets and respond to them a lot.
Yeah, he literally likes my tweets all the time. And it may be because he knows me by name now, but
he doesn't know me by name, but he likes most of my tweets.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a very, very genuine, down-to-earth artist. But that was on a side note. So yeah, country music, Boston Red Sox, Steelers.
Does it get any more American than that?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't watch soccer, but
me neither.
It's fun to watch if you do get to watch it. I mean, I'll watch it because it's an interesting sport to watch. Yeah. I don't have teams that I follow or anything like that, or do I know any names. I do love to play tennis. I haven't picked up a racket in 2 years though, because I don't have enough friends to go play tennis with. I mean, call me.
I think I was with you the last time you played tennis.
Call me a lowlife. I don't know what you want to call me, but
come on now.
Nah, it's cool. But then I play golf because my dad taught me how to play golf when I was a kid, and I pretty much grew up playing that, which is awesome. I played in high school, which was really cool.
Did you grow up looking up to Tiger?
I did. I was a big fan of Tiger Woods. I still am, and I was happy he won the championship this year, or a championship. Excuse me. I just sneezed my brains out right there for a minute.
Sneezed his brains out.
And so yeah, that's a little bit of me that you need to know, or maybe not know. Don't care. Probably skip this part because there's a little skip button on YouTube nowadays.
There's a skip button.
Let's talk about YouTube. How it changed over the years.
Talk about how YouTube changed over the years?
Yes. All right, let's do that. Because, they used to have amazing graphics and everything on it. Well, I wouldn't say amazing. I like the old school look better than the one it is now. Although it is easier to navigate things on the current YouTube, I did like the old school look. I will admit that. What's your thoughts on that?
He said, "What do I think of YouTube now?" And that does not inherently imply like what I think of like the layout and shit like that. So, what I think about YouTube, that just opened up a can of worms. Fuck, my mind just, you guys can't see or tell, but my mind just went fucking wild with all my thoughts about that. They don't give a fuck about the small creators. I have 191 subscribers. Matt has 159.
Yeah, and then for some reason,
My channel got demonetized, but his didn't.
yeah, like Seamus doesn't let, or they don't let Seamus248 monetize his videos for some reason, even though he has more subscribers and probably more views.
I have more total views, but I think a couple of your videos performed well enough for a long enough time where it met a threshold. You need at least 1,000 subscribers to be monetized right now.
Yeah, and I'm not even close to that, but I still monetize my videos. But I don't make a cent off of them because I think with YouTube you have to make like $100 before you make a dime.
Before you can collect any of it?
Yeah, before you collect any of it. So you have to make like $100 or something like that. And I'm at like $8 so far.
Like, my channel was low-key taken off at the start of 2017. I was banging out videos, 1,000 views left and right. And I was like, this is fucking incredible. And then my channel got demonetized, and I was like, well, what's the point of making the videos now? Now I just do it for fun in the hopes that I'll...
That's pretty much what I'm doing it for. And I mean, in the hopes of it maybe blowing up in the future. Mostly my Uber karaoke videos, they might take off eventually. I know there's a ton of people that have told me, that's a great idea, Matt. You should keep doing it.
It is a great idea.
I need more people to motivate me because I am seriously lazy when it comes to those videos. Like, I have one recorded on my computer, and I have literally done nothing with it. I'm supposed to edit it and just upload it, but I'm so either lazy or bored that, or not bored, but just I'm always working like with my job and everything. And
it definitely takes a lot of motivation, though. It's okay to not have the motivation.
It does. It does take a lot of motivation if you're gonna do YouTube or consider it and make videos, inspire people. It's a lot of work. Like, YouTubers make it look easy as hell, but it's really not. It takes a lot of time and effort, and you really got to be motivated to do it. Like, you got to have people behind you to help you out if you want to do it. That's just my 2 cents about YouTube and everything like that.
I mean, I'm not jealous or bitter of like what's going on with YouTube, but I look at people like Logan Paul or some really famous YouTubers and their videos.
KSI.
Right, or McJuggernuggets. If you've watched his,
I've never heard of that. Like, who the hell is McJuggernuggets?
Oh, so Matt doesn't know. I might as well say it. Okay.
So how many? First of all, how many subscribers do they have?
He has 3.7 million.
Oh, jeez.
At one point, his channel was exploding, but then
He's got a lot more than I do.
Then his channel started dying a little bit. If you don't know who he is, he does videos where his family just argues, his father destroys video game consoles, things of that nature. It's family fights, and he would just release videos every day for years, and then finally he released a video of him pretending to kill his father, and then he said, "Oh, the videos are fake. This was all a stage series." And it was really brilliant. I actually watched it. I was a fan of the series. It was really well put together. I'm not hating on him, but I just think, like...
We interrupt this program to bring you a beautiful ad.
Granger Smith.
Granger Smith. This podcast is not brought to you by
Yee
Energy or sponsored in any part of it, but we just want to give you an advertisement just because it's for shits and giggles. So, Yee Energy is actually...
Granger, enjoy the free fucking publicity, dude.
The free plug that we're going to give you.
Free plug-in.
So, Yee Energy, Granger Smith and his brother, Tyler, came up with this idea. Did I have that right, Tyler?
Yes, you do.
Yes. They came up with this idea to make an energy drink, but they didn't want some generic energy drink. No, they made this stuff from scratch. And I'll tell you what, this is the best frickin' tasting energy drink, or the most countryest tasting energy drink you'll ever drink in your life. It makes you want to yell "ee" every time you crack a cold one. I'm honestly not even joking about that. But yeah. So anyway, that was the Granger Smith.
What I like about Matt is he just interjects with random shit.
That was brought to you by
Granger
Energy. Anyway,
like I was saying, so yeah, this guy just did videos of him. I'm just trying to explain it to Matt because he said he didn't know who it was. So McJuggernuggets just made videos every day. Family arguing, destroying consoles. His uncle ran his truck into his swimming pool. It was really cool. And now they just do videos where they collab with other YouTubers and they just make really silly videos. And then you see like Logan Paul, he's like, "Look at me, I'm wacky." and it just gets all kinds of views. And
How about PewDiePie though? Like, holy crap, he's blown up.
60 million subscribers. He has what a fucking.
No. Wait. Let's go live to his subscriber count real quick, and
time to
then
go be
we
jealous.
will look and
PewDiePie.
see how many actual subscribers he has.
66 million? Are you fucking
So
kidding
I'm
me?
pretty sure he has the leading amount of
Yes, he
subscribers.
does. He has a
on
ruby.
YouTube.
He has a ruby play button made just for him.
I don't even know what that is, but Jesus Christ, if you ever reach that, you just deserve to live for the rest of your life.
Well, we're all gonna live for the rest of our lives.
Live for the rest of your life without having to worry about payments of any sorts.
Well, true.
If you're PewDiePie, you could just jump on a plane and say, "Hey, I'm PewDiePie." Don't even pay, and just get on.
Like y'all know who the fuck.
Yeah, you pretty much know who PewDiePie is. Like, if you don't know who that is, like, honestly, I don't even know. So that's a fantastic thing to have. Is just the credit that he has in general. I mean, obviously he screwed his chances with, what was it, Nickelodeon that he had? Or no?
I don't follow any of this shit. I don't know what the fuck
remember.
you're talking about.
I don't know. Me neither. I'm talking into my ass now. All of a sudden. Speaking of asses, whoo!
We're talking about asses now.
Nah, I don't even know.
That's a parfait, Shrek.
Damn, Shrek, that's a buffet.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles. Alright. But anyway, this is, what do you want to talk about?
Let's see, we talked about sports.
Brief pause, give me a second. Alright, we are back! I know you guys clearly didn't feel that pause for like 3 minutes that we were talking and figuring out what conversation we wanted to have next, but eventually we figured it out, and what are we going to talk about now, Seamus? Go for it.
Okay, well, for those of you out there who are like in your early to mid-20s like we are, did y'all play dodgeball when you were in school? Because that was my shit.
Dude, dodgeball, that was... See, I always avoided dodgeball in elementary school.
You missed out.
In elementary school, I avoided it because I just always never wanted to get hit in the face or break the leg or something. I don't even know. But, yeah, it's actually a funny story, though. I was afraid of breaking something or like a bone or anything like that.
And that's how you end up
Side
breaking
note,
a
I
bone.
never did break a bone. No, a funny story is that somebody actually did break their arm playing dodgeball because they dodged the ball so hard they actually fell over on their arm and it dislocated it. The bone was actually sticking out. So like you can imagine what that looked like or felt like in elementary school. Like that kid must have been like the toughest
Like,
kid
how old
in
were
the
y'all?
world.
Like fucking 8, 9, 10?
I don't even know. I don't even remember what grade I was in, but it's got to be at least 5th through 1st grade, but like he literally dislocated his arm.
First grade, that's like 5, 6 years old.
Right there on the playground. So,
Fuck.
that kid had street cred going into middle school right there. Broken arm in elementary school. And
Playing dodgeball.
Playing dodgeball, man. That's a tough sport. You never think about that kind of stuff, but it could be dangerous.
Last time I played dodgeball is when we went to Sky Zone, jump on the trampolines.
Sky Zone is amazing. I mean, I want to go there again.
Me too.
But
that was the second time Matt and I ever hung out. That was about 3 years ago.
If we go there, I need to make sure I stretch next time because
I need to make sure I fucking vlog it.
Well, yeah, we could vlog too, but you know what? Stretching is important when you're doing exercises of any sorts, including trampoline jumping or playing dodgeball. Make sure you stretch your arms and legs and just make yourself feel nice and cozy and warm because honestly, the day after I did go to Sky Zone, I was like in so much pain I felt like I had the flu. It was that bad, and I took some medicine. I was like, I felt like death. You know what that means? Like just death. I didn't want to get up. I had work the next day, but it was awful. Too terrible, and it was just like I couldn't handle it. But we'll definitely go to Sky Zone again.
Definitely gotta play dodgeball.
And we're gonna play dodgeball, definitely.
Hell yeah. When I was a kid, we played dodgeball. I was always usually the last one on my team that was in the game because I wouldn't really like throw the ball much or like get involved. But it's like it's weird. I never actually threw someone out of a dodgeball game until my last day of middle school, where like it was the day we graduated, and like that morning we got to play dodgeball, and I threw a kid out, and I never done that in my life, and I felt like the biggest hard ass, even though I wasn't. I was a dumb little kid, and then that same night we graduated middle school, and then I didn't get to play dodgeball again until I hung out with Matt. We went to Sky Zone, and I just miss dodgeball. Like I said, I didn't really get too involved, but it was
Did you know?
still a fun game.
Sorry
Oh,
to
you're good.
interrupt, but like, did you know that they actually have a dodgeball league now
Yeah, they do.
in our area?
They do?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
they have a dodgeball league. Well, and you have to sign up. Obviously, it's like any other league. If you do baseball or whatever, but you have to pay a fee, and you have to make sure you have like a full team.
Mhm.
Um, but you could play dodgeball for fun and hit people in the face that have glasses, which I always aim for the people who have glasses.
I mean, I never.
Because I'm like that dick who does that every time.
I mean, I wasn't the most athletically inclined kid, so I couldn't.
Oh yeah, I was never the most athletic person, but I always was the last person alive in dodgeball most of the time, and I was always the person that would like dodge the hell out of every ball until like the very last person was alive, and then
Basketball was always
smash them in the face with the ball. I wasn't very accurate because I had a sidearm. I had a sidearm really good, and my coach always told me in baseball that was never a good thing to have, but you know, I got through it. I didn't have to have a Tommy John surgery, whatever that is.
What?
So, tennis elbow, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, you know, it's like when you're using your arm so much that like you tear a ligament in your arm and you have to have surgery for it. You have to recover for like years. It sucks. Some Red Sox player has it right now. I think it's Dustin Pedroia. You know who that is?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just heard his name in Gary Thorne's voice.
Oh.
Here's Dustin Pedroia up to bat.
I don't know who that is, but sure, we'll
He
go with
does-
that.
He does the commentary for
And now,
all the NHL games.
your Red Sox player, Dustin Pedroia. Seriously, I should be an announcer or a radio DJ or something. That's what I want.
I want to be a fucking DJ. Or I want to call basketball
we
games.
could be our own radio show. You think about that?
Yeah.
You ever think about that? Let me know. We could definitely try that.
For sure.
Like we'd have to get the rights to songs, but I think we can make do with what we have.
Right.
As a laptop and a microphone and some entertainment. That's all we need. But anyway, we're gonna pause this for a second here and figure out something real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay,
And
so
back.
we're back. Yeah, we just keep pausing at random moments just to like take sips of drinks or whatever, think about what we want to talk about. Like we're taking this seriously, even though it's probably not like
It's not the greatest, trust me. It's really
like it's not showing out like the greatest quality, but that's okay.
This is gonna be cringeworthy to listen to later. I can guarantee that.
Oh no, we're gonna have lots of laughs.
At least we're not drunk. I've heard
Right.
drunk podcasts like really bad. So you know, all right. You got a story for us, Seamus? Go for it.
Okay, so when I was in 5th grade, I stopped a class. Like when there was 20 minutes left in the class, I raised my hand and asked the teacher, "You ever thought about doing a school newspaper? Like, could we ever do that?" And then she stopped the class discussion. We just spent the next 20 minutes talking about doing a school newspaper. And I ended up making a few issues.
Was this like a newspaper making class?
No. It was just
like
it was
a
like in fucking English class.
art?
I just like
Okay.
raised my hand like
I was gonna say, is it like an arts class where
No.
you're actually doing stuff?
No,
like
I raised my hand. I was like, "Can we make a school newspaper?" And then that just completely derailed the class discussion. So
so you put the teacher off topic
yes,
for a few minutes
successfully.
just to like
even though I was serious about
just to
it.
kill some time, right?
I was serious
I've
about it
done
though.
that before. I've asked a really stupid question in a classroom
So,
just to kill some time.
So I made a few issues. Like I put my own original comics in there. I put like a little bulletin about all the homework assignments and things going on in the school and stuff like that. And then what I thought was really cool was I put an obituary section in there with all the historical figures we learned about in our different classes. So like George Washington, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., stuff like that. I thought it was a really, really cool concept. Only thing was I didn't know how to spell obituary. So
I can see where this is going.
So I just wrote dead people at the top.
Oh, man. That sounds like something I would do because I always have to ask my Siri how to spell certain things.
And I showed my teacher, and she thought it was despicable, and she like got so mad at me, but I didn't get in trouble.
Whoa, despicable. That's a three syllable word, sir. You're not allowed
That's
to
4
use that.
syllables.
See, I'm smart.
Despicable.
I'm SMRT, smart.
Smart.
But anyway,
With that, I think we're just gonna sign off. I just want to close off with a funny story. I really hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for listening. Smack a like on this video if you did. Be
and
sure
hit that subscribe button, guys. Feel
subscribe
free
to
do that.
MattBalloon1115 on
Give me
YouTube.
that 160 subscribers. The first person, no, the next person that subscribes, I will give you guys a cookie in person if I actually know you. So I'm gonna post this on Facebook. So maybe somebody I'll actually know in person. I'll give you a cookie in your hands directly from my hands that are gonna be dirty after I. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on now.
I'm only kidding.
I can see this proposal becoming less and less like less and less enticing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Tap the bell to become part of our notification squad. Subscribe to MattBalloon1115 on YouTube. And stay tuned for latest installments in my 248 podcast series. And with that, we'll see you soon.
And remember, something
Put a good dip in.
is always better than nothing.